Kevin Cash, I mean, I know that this is what he's done the whole year and everything else. I mean, he couldn't get out of that dugout fast enough when the ninth place hitter for the Dodgers gets the base hit and he pulls Snell, and Snell is rightfully ticked off. And I don't know if this was a gut move or it was an analytics move or you didn't want the Snell to go through the lineup for a third time. I think that's what he said after the game. All of that stuff. I just wanted to see a pitcher actually try to go 9 innings and strike out like maybe 14 guys on the way of doing it. That would have been a nice thing. That would have been a really nice feel for a lead into a Game 7 tonight. But unfortunately, Kevin Cash did what he had done throughout the season, the truncated season, throughout the playoffs, and many times Joe Buck and of course John Smoltz were talking about how he basically says guys have got to get over my decision making. That's who we are. That's how we play, right. And they just have to get over it. If they don't like it, then too bad. They'll just have to worry about the next game and the next time they get a chance to play. So essentially, he followed what he had been doing to get his team there. So he got his team there. I don't want to take that away from him. But man, oh man, oh man. Snell was dealing last night. It was great to watch. And maybe Snell would have given up a hit to Mookie Betts. Who knows? Maybe he would have given up a couple home runs. I don't know. I know nobody knows, obviously, but 70.
But it just never felt like he was vulnerable, and that's the thing. Like, there's a guy that's cruising along. I mean, we've seen so many damn baseball games. There'd be a guy cruising along, and his stat line looks great, but you could just tell, that he's lagging in counts, and maybe there's a walk here or there, balls are being hit hard, and it just seemed like Blake Snell, especially all the strikeouts that he had last night. He had 9 at the time that he left the game and 5 in the third, but I didn't feel like he was vulnerable in the game. And I get that the Rays are going to stick with what they always do, and you can't fault them for that. But I think that the difference is that there's some times where your formula isn't the right formula. And it just seemed like last night it wasn't. But, right, we have no idea how it's going to work out. It's the classic round and round. But, I mean, Blake Snell was a guy who didn't even want to participate in this season. We made fun of him for weeks and weeks about the way that he handled himself.
I'm risking my life.
On that Twitch, yeah. I mean, he went out there and essentially was putting the team on his back and never got a chance to really finish it, and that was kind of a shame.
Yeah, he was pitching great, and if that, I'm thinking that if that's Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver, I don't know, Andy Pettit, you name Ferguson Jenkins, you name.
Well, I mean, how about even guys right now? I mean, how about Garrett Cole, Clayton Kershaw, even though he has postseason struggles, but even guys right now, Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom, all those guys would have kept pitching. I don't care what team it would have been for. Kevin Cash wasn't going to go get them.
Right, I know. And I know Snell, this was the deepest he had gone in a game in a long time, but he had 73 pitches, and he's still throwing in the mid-90s, and it seemed like he could put the ball anywhere he wanted last night. I don't know. I felt like the moment that Cash came out of the dugout, it was over.
It gave the Dodgers life. Yeah, it almost like gave him a boost.
And then you see Dave Roberts saying he saw Mookie Betts in the batter's box look over to him and start smiling and like, thank God we got this guy out of the game. And now we get to Anderson. And Anderson, look, has been anything but perfect, through this whole thing as well. So I don't know. It was that, like we all knew, like that decision was going to cost them the game. It is what it is. I'm not a fan of either team. It doesn't matter. I'm a fan of this place, though. And, your ass has got to get back in here because you are the master. I mean, the absolute master of the scuttlebutt. Now, let me tell you what happens to me this morning. Mm-hmm. I wake up to 10-10 wins. I like to hear the traffic. I like to hear the news. I want to, figure out what's going on over there. And usually it's all negative, but right. So right somewhere, I don't know, what was it, maybe 4:45 or something, I'm listening, and all of a sudden I hear, a big announcement today on the Fan at 2 o'clock with Joe Benigno. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Is it 2 o'clock or is it 5 o'clock?
Is it 5 o'clock or 2 o'clock? I don't know what it is.
I thought it was 5 o'clock.
Right,
did they move it up to 2?
No, maybe
you know what they have to do?
What?
But Boomer, they're going to have to move it up to 2 o'clock because now it's like you got 3 hours of dancing around this announcement when people have an idea of maybe what it is because the newspapers and the radio stations and everybody's covering it. And then you're going to get a bunch of phone calls. It's going to be hell for the guy screening the phone calls. You got to move it up to 2 o'clock.
I mean, the great Joe Benigno, if he's going to announce something according to 10-10 wins, they're right across the freaking hall. And I had nobody in here telling me anything. And I need you in here because you are the scuttlebutt king. You're the guy who all guys go to. Guys seem to like gravitate to you underneath the underbelly of WFAN. WFAN, comes to Greg Giannotti and creates like this furor around like whatever the hell's happening around here. And I just, for the life of me, I hear it on 1010 Wins.
Did they name names?
Yes.
Did they get his name right, unlike in the past?
Chris Carton.
They not only named
Chris Carton.
No, not Chris Carton.
Chris Carton.
No, not Chris Carton. Not only did they name names, I mean, they named that name too.
Wow. Oh, did they?
Yes.
Wait, so they talked about something with Joe and then something with Craig on 1010 Wins?
Yes, 100%. I heard it right. I thought
I could just hear Chernoff. What are you doing? You're a sister station. No, I told you. You're screwing up the announcement. Was there a Paul Turner, who's the big voice guy for people who don't know his name? I think there was even a Paul Turner liner that was in there somewhere yesterday. Maybe I dreamt this, where big announcement coming up tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Like that's running on the radio station.
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
Okay. All right. Maybe,
I feel like I've just been slapped around and just like, kept in the dark.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I used to fight you on the scuttlebutt thing, but there's been so much scuttlebutt. I mean, and the fact that I am home and the scuttlebutt is finding me. I mean, there's more scuttlebutt showing up.
You didn't even scuttlebutt me. You didn't even tell me.
Well, that's the thing. It's gotten to the point now where there are leaks everywhere. There's stuff going on. I don't even want to. I don't want to tell anybody anything. Plus, I don't even. It seems like everything changes every single day. I mean, hell, we went out to a dinner and a weekend out east, my wife and I, and Friday night I'm getting phone calls from people. Friday night.
See, you're even getting scuttlebutt away from the station.
Friday night, 6 o'clock, I'm getting scuttlebutt on my phone. And I said, listen, I said to the guy, I appreciate the scuttlebutt, but this is not the time for the scuttlebutt. I said, I'll talk to you some other time. I'm a couple of drinks in. I don't need WFAN scuttlebutt right now. I came to get here to get away from that, for crying out loud.
So I've been sitting in this seat now for 13 straight years. I mean, like I've been very consistent. I've been here. I've worked. Whatever the situation is, we work through it. We fight through it. We try to, put on a professional show every goddamn day. And I'm just like nobody's telling me anything. I'm like, hello. I do have a big office, though. I have to say, I do have a big office. It's got a big TV in it. And I can turn that TV on, and I can hear it on the TV too. One of the local news. People were talking about it again today, too. It's like all of a sudden it's all over the place, but yet nobody wants to give us a heads up.
Yeah, I know. That is strange. By the way,
I just want to say this. I want to say one thing.
Okay.
There was a guy on this show that also is a silent assassin, and he knows everything. And that guy is Al Dukes. He's down in that bunker down in Bradley Beach, and he's close friends with the big boss now, the architect and everything else.
Yeah.
Al, are you there or are you sleeping?
I'm here.
Oh, you are? Okay, good. I didn't know if you were paying attention or not.
Oh, no.
I know you just had that big 1 hour show, and sometimes you get exhausted after that show.
Relax a little bit.
Yeah,
right, exactly. Settle in.
Post-show relaxation, grabs the cigarette. He thinks about how everything went. He pets Whimsy a little bit, and he's got to get his mind right. I will say, though, not like it's a competition, I do feel like this time around that I have the edge on Al. I feel like this time around I do. Because there's been a couple... Well, there's been a couple of times I've floated some things to him, and he hasn't known. Now, he hasn't floated things to me where he might just be holding on to things and not floating them. But I feel like there's been a couple of things that I've been privy to that I've floated to you, and you've gone,
Yeah,
I did not know that.
No. See, Al's all locked up right now. I'm telling you, he's just not saying a word. And, Al's not a floater anyway. You're a floater because the scuttlebutt comes your way and you like to float some things.
I float to Al.
Now I know why Al's locked up down there in Bradley Beach. He just doesn't want to be in the mix over here because he has all the answers.
Well, that's fair. I can understand that. But also the reason why I float to Al is he is locked up. Like I think that he is a button-up guy where there's a lot of other people. If you mention something to them, it's all over the place. One guy in particular who he is like a diarrhea face when it comes to anything that you give him. He blurts it right back out.
Is the guy here? Is the guy here at the station?
He works at the station.
Do I know this person? Do I know the person?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, I got to be careful every time I say anything.
Well, when are you going to give me the heads up about this?
Well, I mean, who the guy is or any of the other stuff?
Well, who the guy is?
I don't want to out him on the air, but I mean, I feel like
Stop that.
No. This is like washerwoman central. This
All
guy.
right,
Like,
okay.
I'm telling you. But Al, I feel like there's things that like go on that I want to ask Al his opinion, his radio opinion on it. I'll be like, what do you think about that? If they did that, but yeah, I mean, it's been crazy scuttlebutt. It's been too much scuttlebutt.
All right. Let me ask Al this question. How
Yes,
long have you known Chris Olivero?
Since 2001.
So 19 years.
19 years.
You know everything then. You know everything.
He's very quiet.
Yeah, but you worked with him in administration, did you not?
Administration, yeah.
And you guys used to have like real life talks.
Yeah, didn't you like have real life talks and stuff?
Yeah, you are tight. And you are tight with the other person involved with this, having a constant contact with him throughout.
Who's the
last
other
few
person
years.
involved with this?
He's talking about Craig.
Oh,
but
he's talking about
there's been-
Craig.
Chris Carton.
Oh, Chris Carton.
Chris Carton.
You're talking about Craig Carton. Okay, so you've been involved with this now for what? How long now? 2 years now.
Yes, I guess.
So you have answers. We want answers.
What is the question?
What the hell is going on around here?
Yeah. Right.
Well,
I just
here's
want,
what I'll
yeah.
say about all of this is that sometimes I hear scuttlebutt, and then Andrew Marchand has it. So
Right,
whoever, someone is feeding Andrew Marchand a lot of information.
Is it accurate? Is that information that Andrew Marchand has, is it accurate? Is it all accurate? Or is it a Manish Mehta, like, let's throw something up against the wall and see
No,
what
it's
sticks?
whatever the source wants him to print.
Oh, I
whether
see.
or not
So as long
it's
as-
it's
so as long as-
serving
yeah,
the
there you
purpose.
Right, as long as he's
of
got
the-
something
of the
from somebody.
leak.
Right, okay.
If you look back on Andrew Marchand's things from the past, they generally come true.
Yeah, I mean, he's very good. He's very good. He's very accurate,
There was, yes, without a doubt. There was one recently, and you even said it, Boomer. You're like, this article he put out, some of it's true, some of it's not. You even said that about one of his articles. There was something in one of them that was like, there was some stuff that was in there. It almost seemed like someone was trying to get across to either get him off the path or something.
Right.
That I had not heard any of it at all. And I was thinking, well, where the hell is that coming from? But yeah, I mean, listen, hopefully it wraps up at
God
some point
almighty.
soon.
This
Because
is
this is
unbelievable.
just insanity.
Yeah.
It's just insanity. So this big announcement for Joe, 5 o'clock, people will listen then. I still think you got to move it up at this point because callers are, what's going on, and then they're going to have to talk about it. It's 3 hours of a show before they get to this announcement. So move it up for crying
And Wins
out loud.
is going to go with their information at noon anyway.
It's unbelievable. I mean, Win, I woke up to Wins. I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. I mean, is it in one of our updates? I mean, you would think that Jerry would have it in his update. If it's in a Wins update.
And
sure.
and 3 years ago, a little more than 3 years ago, Wins was like, "Yeah, we're going with this story,
Right.
so get ready."
Get ready.
Yeah, right.
Lock
so
and load. You're yeah, okay, thanks, guys. I'm on TV and I'm on radio, and I'm being told I can't talk about it on our show, but you could talk about it on your
but
show.
local Channel 2 and Wins and 80.
everybody can talk about it, yeah.
The hell with it.
That's what I almost squished the program director.
This would be great, though, in like true Joe and Evan fashion, if Evan told Joe what the announcement was and Joe didn't know, because that's how everything happens on that show, right? It's like, what are you talking about? What am I doing now? I'm like, what is this? I had no, get out of here. I had no idea. You got to be freaking kidding me. That would be the best. But we'll see, whatever it is.
Maybe Al's the leak. By the way, Al has become very close with Neil Best. And Neil Best also is writing about this. And I'm thinking, you just never know where the information is coming from. So since Al's new buddy is Neil Best and
Wait a
and
second.
covering,
Why is Al's new buddy Neil Best? Because he did that article on him.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
Big expose on the great Al Dukes, which was fantastic. It's great. I love it. But now all of a sudden, now I kind of see what's going on. And because I don't see Al in person anymore, it's like he's just like a figment of my imagination. Because he's down there protecting Bradley Beach. I just, it's hard to like really wrap my head around, that whole relationship. But Neil had what seemed to be accurate information, and I'm thinking it's got to be coming from somebody internally.
I will tell you that Neil did reach out to me. I did not respond to him.
Why not?
See, now I'm pissed.
That's not my. I'm not supposed to. That's
Neil lives like a mile from me. I know where his house is.
Really?
Yeah. One time he was doing a feature on Boomer, and we drove in together.
Oh, that's really bizarre.
Yeah,
I thought he was a Long
long time
Island
ago.
guy because Newsdays.
See, yeah, it comes off as a Long Island guy.
Yeah, I
doesn't
thought
he?
it was all Long Island.
Well, you don't have to be somewhere to be.
No,
you know?
I understand that to cover a team. I'm not criticizing him for it. It just was surprising to me. That's all.
I'm
thought
just saying,
that
like, if you know where he lives, I think Saturday we should TP his house.
Yeah, the way that those two guys report things, Neil Best and Andrew Marchand, are like totally different. You know, I mean, Marchand just burst through the door. He just like basically he's got the blowtorch out, like, and then Neil Best was like, "Well, this could happen. This could happen. I don't know. It's likely that." You know, and he's sort of just like, like sort of
He's like
with
the
it.
John Heyman of Newsday.
Yeah, but no, he's delicate with it. He's like he feels
Okay.
he's like I'm reporting on humans, so I'm delicate with it. Marchand just kicks in the door and starts taking hostages.
He's
like,
driving a
that's
bulldozer, yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm just taking this place out. I don't care. Watch out. Just an air horn and a bulldozer. So yeah, so I guess 5 o'clock's a big day, and I guess we'll get some more clarity on stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say, but just and all the people that are calling and texting and everything from the radio station. I wish I knew more than I did. I really do. I just, the scuttlebutt things come to me because people have questions. They think I've got answers somehow. I've only got a couple of things here or there that may or may not be true.
See, I'm telling you, I get no scuttlebutt at all. None. Well, first of all, there's
Even
nobody
in
here
your
to give
meetings?
scuttlebutt. What?
Sometimes there's people there.
There's nobody here.
They don't leak in.
No, Olive's here a
information.
lot.
You're
Interesting.
No, yeah, a couple times a week.
You get more scuttlebutt than you're leading on.
No.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, so you guys get scuttlebutt from other coworkers.
Yeah,
Like,
that is true. We don't get scuttlebutt. You actually get the real information.
No, that's crap.
That's true.
I came in here this morning, like, I was shocked what I heard on 1010 Wins. I was shocked. I mean, like, I figured they would have,
Chris Carton.
yeah.
They should send somebody over during the break to interview you about this. If I was 10-10 wins, I'd send a reporter.
Why don't we just put Neil Best or Andrew Marchand on our show and ask them what they know about our place? That'd be funny.
Great. Yeah, that'd be good.
Does anybody? Yeah, let's call Neil Best. Al, you got his number. He reached out to you, so let's call him. We'll put Neil on and ask him what he knows.
I could text both guys, and whoever gets to us first.
All right.
Yeah, we'll put those guys on.
Right. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sweep of my office just to see if there's any bugs or anything in there that need to be found, because it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Fugazi.
Yeah, the whole thing's fugazi, John Montone. I'm telling you. Oh, by the way, did you hear John Montone's retiring? Yeah, okay. No, he's not retiring.
I was going to say it. I missed that, too.
No.
Connor
yeah.
freaking Gillespie.
Yeah. All-time great.
Right.
Yeah. Well, listen, here we go. We're getting the churn-off text mid-segment.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
No.
See?
Stop that.
There he goes. Joe announcement at 2. See, he knows what's going on.
I told you it was at 2 o'clock.
No, but it was originally at 5. It was
And Wins
originally
will have
at
it at
5.
noon.
Yeah, it was originally at 5. So that's what it was. Even our own Twitter account put out there that Joe was going to have an announcement around 5 o'clock.
Oh, jeez.
They moved it up. They are they're smart. They know what's going on. Move the thing up so we can just stop all the nonsense, because there's going to be calls and calls and calls and calls and calls until 5. So there you go. 2 o'clock, you'll find out something about the radio station. Everybody who needs to know.
Like everybody doesn't know already.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think we can all speculate. I mean, and if you don't know, because we assume, because we're on the inside, as they say, the inside baseball talk, we assume everybody knows. Well, not everybody has read the articles yet. There's sometimes I look at comments on these things and people are like, what? What happened here? This guy's going to be a part of this? I had no idea. And it's like 2 or 3 weeks later. So there's articles out there. We'll put Neil Best or Andrew Marchand on the show today. Whatever guy gets back to us, and we'll interview him to see what's going on.
I will say this. For the most part, I'm very, very, very happy about not being a part of the whole scuttlebutt chain. I'm happy about people not calling me. The only one that talks to me around here anymore is Amy Lawrence. She's the only one.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have any scuttlebutt. She's doing her overnight show, and she's getting out of here by the time scuttlebutt actually, arrives in the building somehow.
Right, and she's
I
just
will
like,
say,
oh,
though,
hi, Boomer.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Eddie does a woman impression now, too. That was pretty good.
Yeah, look at that. And Amy does not sound like that, by the way, Eddie. She does
I know.
Does not
Hi,
sound
Boomer.
Like yeah, you know what? She doesn't sound like that either. My goodness. Eddie, for crying out loud, leave the impersonations up to me, will you? God.
But the point being, she has no scuttlebutt, no station information or any of that stuff.
Yeah, I will say that the scuttlebutt never, like, you get top-level scuttlebutt when you get it. I'm not saying you get it as much, but you get, like, upper echelon scuttlebutt. Like, you'll get it from the top of the top. I get secondhand scuttlebutt.
I will say, when Susan Larkin was here, I got everything.
You did?
She was great. She just said, this is what's going on. This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. I just want to give you, I want to loop you in. So I was looped in. But I never spoke to anybody about being looped in. I will tell you that, yes, you guys do have that perception right, that I used to get the information.
Sure. See, what my scuttlebutt is secondhand scuttlebutt. Like, what'll happen is one of the bosses will call somebody at the radio station, tell them about stuff, and then that person has to immediately unload it on somebody else, and it tends to be me. That is seemingly what happens now. I'm a secondhand scuttlebutt guy.
You know that
Tom
Izzo's a big scuttlebutt guy.
Yeah, I don't even see Tom Izzo. Where is Tom Izzo?
Staten Island.
He's stuck on Staten Island.
Scuttlebutting around Staten Island.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Ears to the pavement.
Scuttlebutting his ass. Yeah, right. He is. He's a guy that I tell you, it is amazing. Like there'll be times I'll text him about something completely off, like the topic of scuttlebutt, where I'll say, "Hey, what do you think about this idea for a digital thing or whatever?" And then he'll call me, start scuttlebutting his ass off on the phone to me, and I said, "Wait a second." I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I texted you about this one thing, and then I get a phone call from you. I didn't want to talk to you right now. I didn't want to scuttlebutt with you." But I could pick up the phone, and all of a sudden I'm in the middle of his scuttlebutt party.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the red bell so you're notified when we have new content.